I'm back, guys, to another video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing an LTA North split to power rankings. I'm going to be giving you guys my prediction on who I think will win the regular season. And I'm going to be telling you guys who I think will win the whole split at the end. But I'm going to be doing an 8 through 1. First stand actually just happened a couple days ago, obviously. And it kind of motivated me to make this video because honestly, Team Liquid's performance was kind of underwhelming. Even for NA standards, I thought they were going to do much better, especially considering the fact that they started off the tournament so well, beating KC. And it's kind of crazy that KC just made it to finals and Team Liquid didn't even make it to top four. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people had issues with the first split, which is why I'm kind of making this video because this is best of ones and then it'll go to best of fives in the playoffs. I don't know why they were doing like best of three semifinals and stuff like that. I think that was kind of dumb. I think that everything should have been done in a BO5 and it should have been double elim to make it at least more like hype. But it is it is the LTA. You can never really expect much from the like commission side of things. But yeah, let's start off with number 8. My criteria is how I think the teams are going to perform in the regular season because it is a best of one. Keep in mind, so there are very different variables that can make the teams play worse or better. Some teams are teams that take a while to get into series, so they might drop the first game, and some teams are teams that start off the gates winning, but they might fall off, and then there's some teams that are just gonna like are best of one kin. So yeah. Now, in my opinion, the worst team in the LCS and the team I think that it's not really gonna perform that well is DSG. Now DSG, I mean, this roster just does not give me any hope, if I'm gonna be honest. I think that they have the worst players in the league. I think that I mean, their macro is terrible, their micro isn't that good. And just when I see this team, they looked really like confused. Obviously, they give them the benefit of the doubt. They are like relatively new. A lot of them haven't played with each other, but I just don't think that much is going to change the split. I think that they're going to be towards the bottom of the ranking. They might maybe, if they play out of their mind, they might maybe make it to 5 or 6. Like if Abadage and Huhi and Castle play at their absolute best, I can definitely see this team being like a top five team. Actually no, not a top five team. Maybe like they're definitely an 8 through 16. So yeah. Next up, we have Lion Gaming. Yeah, man. I mean, Lion Gaming is. I like this team, but I just don't have faith in Licorice. I think Licorice's time is over. I think that Licorice. It's not that he's been washed, but I don't think he has it in him, as he used to really perform against the top laners, the best top laners. I think Audie. I don't have much faith in him. I think he's arguably the worst jungler in the league. But I do think Saints and Hannah are bright spots for this team. Like if this team does want to actually go on and try and make a push for playoffs and maybe upset a lot of people, be a dark horse, they have to play through them. That those two players have to be their main win condition. And yeah, I can definitely see this team like going to top five. Like they have a lot of potential, but again, I just don't think that they're gonna utilize it this split. I think this is like a summer team, honestly. I think these two teams are a summer team. So yeah, that's just my opinion. Next up, we have Dignitas coming in at number 6. Now, Dignitas is just Dignitas. I mean, I think they have a really good top laner. I think Surdy is one of the best top laners in the league. Yes, that might be a hot take, but I think Surdy's potential is absolutely insane. I think Shaden is fucking incredible. He's one of the best junglers in North American solo queue, and this guy, he's really mechanically gifted. So when you have a really strong side, you have a really strong top side. You have a really good mid laner. Tomo is pretty solid too. Like Tomo, he's not too good, but he's not bad. Like he'll never really ruin games for you. He's always like solid. So I just think this team is all around solid. Like Isles is decent. You know, Caney, like this team is just solid. I think this team is much more well-rounded than Lion and DSG. And I think that this team, if like again, if that top side is clicking well, we might see some serious upsets coming into the top five. Now, this is really the teams that matter. Like these, in my opinion, are the teams that you should keep your eyes peeled on. And this is why the LTA North is so exciting for me because like I think there's actually a lot of competitive teams this year. Even like DSG, Dig, and Lion. Like these teams can compete with the best if they do play out of their mind on a given day. But like the top five, I think you should really keep in mind. Shopify Rebellion coming in at number five. Now, Shopify Rebellion displayed horrible gameplay in the first split, but to be fair, they barely played any games and they did look a bit rusty. Now I don't know if it's rusty or they're washed, but if they play how they did in the first split, this team might be the worst team in the league. But I think that this team has such high ceiling that it's hard for me to really put them any lower. Like I don't see this team not making playoffs. I don't see this team not making sixth or fifth place. I think they have really, really good players, and I think with more time off, they would have figured out a lot of their issues. They would have, worked on better synergy. Because one thing about Shopify Rebellion is that their drafts were really, really good, but their players were just not playing the champions well. Their drafts were really, really solid. I like their drafts thematically, but it was just they were just getting outhandsed. And I think I don't see a world where Shopify Rebellion wins. Actually, I do, but it's very, very slim. Like I think this team has like a 2% chance of winning the LTA, but who knows? Like maybe they peak again. Like if all their players peak and like play like at their absolute best, this team can definitely win. Because just I mean, bro, Fudge, this guy is the LCS champion. You have fucking contracts. This guy was literally the best jungler in the West at one point. You have Palafox, he was the best mid laner in the West at one point. Um you have B-Boy who's really, really solid. Like you have Sayas, like you have an insanely solid bot lane. You have a really good top side, and you have a solid mid laner. Like there's really no excuses for Shopify Rebellion not to make it at least top five. I have a lot of confidence. Maybe it's gonna come back to bite me in the ass, but I have a lot of confidence in Shopify Rebellion. Now the top four. Now the top four is interchangeable. That top four is so close. Like this is what I mean. Like I don't think we've ever had an LCS season or LTA season, I guess, if you want to call it that now. But I don't think we've ever had an LTA season where like there's four teams that are like insanely competitive because, bro, 100 Thieves, Cloud9, FlyQuest, and Team Liquid, all those teams were just going ban for ban. I mean, 100 Thieves beat Team Liquid at one point. Team Liquid beat C9. 100 Thieves beat FlyQuest. FlyQuest was just going. FlyQuest looked like the best team, and then Team Liquid looked like the worst team, and then 100 Thieves was getting downplayed, and then Cloud9, people were saying they were the best team in scrims. Then FlyQuest lost to 100 Thieves, and C9 lost to Team Liquid, and then Team Liquid won it all, and then 100 Thieves crashed out. Like the stories are going to be so entertaining for the split, and I'm really, really excited. I think all four of these teams are really, really good, but it is a best of one. And I think the team that's the most inconsistent, the team that's most likely to drop games is 100 Thieves. And I don't think that's bad for 100 Thieves. I think that 100 Thieves is a playoffs team. I think that they will play much better in the playoffs when they have more, games to play. But it is a best of one. They can definitely go first place, right? They could definitely win the split. They have the players. They made it to finals, and I think 100 Thieves is a legit team. I don't think that they're the same old team that people thought they were. Where it was kind of like a Mickey Mouse run, and people say that they got lucky and that they only got to Worlds because Cloud9 was playing bad. Like this is a legitimate team. Like they team fight really, really well. They have some of the best team fighting in the West, in my opinion. Like they have really, really good team fighting. In every single role, they have really solid players. I think Sniper is improving day by day. I think River is still incredible. Quid, when he's playing like at his best, he's the best player in the league, possibly. FBI is just incredibly solid. And Ayla is like surprisingly just playing out of his mind. Like this team is really, really just improving and improving. And if this team finds consistency and they balance that with their really, really good like mechanical prowess, this team can be scary. So I have a lot of faith in 100 Thieves. So yeah, next up, man, this is really hard because like I don't know, but I don't know. I think I have to put Cloud9 number three. Cloud9, what do I start with Cloud9? I don't think there's much to say about Cloud9. I think Cloud9 is just a really, really solid team. They don't have much issues, honestly. I think this is one of the best iterations of Cloud9 we've seen in a while. They have a really, really solid foundation. They have a game idea on how they want to play. You know, they rotate well, they team fight well, they set up for objectives well. Like this team is just really, really different. I think Thanatos is absolutely incredible, by the way. Like I was shitting on Thanatos coming into the first split, but after the first split, man, this guy, he is really, really good, bro. Like that's the thing about Cloud9, man, is that like it was so weird seeing them lose to Team Liquid because it was like I personally thought Cloud9 was gonna like destroy Team Liquid. But like there's always that choke factor with Cloud9, I feel like. So like I can't put them one or two, right? Because I don't think Cloud9 is gonna go like a full split almost unbeaten, right? I just don't think that's gonna happen. But I do have a lot of faith that the players will improve. You know, Sven and Vulcan looked at some points like the best bot in the league. So this team has a lot of positives going for them. And if they peak at the right time, they could definitely win the whole thing. Like as I've said before multiple times, like the top four, all of them could win. Coming in number two, though, I'm going with Team Liquid. I think Team Liquid is. I don't think they're frauds, but I like. I never understand Team Liquid, right? Like they won the first split, but then they got completely embarrassed at first step. This team is so inconsistent, even in the league, right? They lost to 100 Thieves, and they were the only NA team to lose one game to the South American teams. And I do believe out of like the top four teams, the worst player out of all those players, I do believe that Umti is the worst. I think that Umti is a really, really big liability for Team Liquid. So I think they really need to fix that. I don't know if it's a spawn thing or like what's going on, but it's not even me flaming Umti. Like I genuinely don't know what's going on with him, but he's not playing that good. And you know, you cannot have Umti playing the way he's been playing versus like 100 Thieves, Cloud9, and FlyQuest. Like you really do need to have him at his absolute best. And the issue is that if he gets counterpicked or he gets his champions banned out, he's gonna be like completely struggling because the guy's champion pool just isn't that good. So yeah. But number one, I have FlyQuest. I think FlyQuest is gonna be the best team in the league. And spoiler alert, I think FlyQuest is gonna win the whole entire thing. Now, I think FlyQuest out of all the teams, right? When the league started and then up until the North American teams fly down to the South, FlyQuest looked like the best team. They were making the least amount of mistakes. They were making the they were making the most amount of good plays, right? But then they lost to 100 Thieves in a best of three, and then their season was over. And to be honest, I think that was just 100 Thieves playing out of their mind rather than FlyQuest playing bad or choking. I think 100 Thieves just showed up on the day and FlyQuest got outplayed. Now, I'm not trying to cope here and defend them. They did lose for a reason, but I do think now that it's back to regular season and that playoffs is going to be best of five, I do favor FlyQuest in a best of five over pretty much any team in North America. I think that their champion pools are absolutely insane, and that's another thing. Fearless is continuing, so FlyQuest, I just don't see. I definitely see like Team Liquid, Cloud900 Thieves, maybe even Shopify Rebellion beating them in a best of five, but like their champion pools are so big. I think Inspired is the smartest player in the league. That might be a hot take, but I believe that. I think Bwipo is super intelligent. He has a massive champion pool, and he's always going to be useful in some ways. I think Masu is very solid. Quid is very solid. Busio is constantly getting better. I just have a lot of faith in FlyQuest, and I do think that they will win. The first split wasn't their split, but yeah, I think that's gonna be the tier list. I think that's gonna be how things go. I'll definitely make weekly reviews on like how the teams are doing, and yeah, we'll see how accurate or inaccurate this list is when when the split ends, which I believe the split ends. The split starts in April, so the split probably ends in June, but like right before MSI, because I know MSI is in the summer this time around for some reason. But yeah. Anyways, guys, that is the tier list. Let me know if you guys want to see any more tier lists. I'm definitely down to do more league content, and yeah, I'll definitely be trying to upload more. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace out.